You're hovering. Thank you.
I didn't call you an idiot, baby.
Why are you treating me like one?
I'm not.
So hard to see what you have become. So yeah, I get mad, I get frustrated, I get angry because I know that that's not you. Where's the person that came to visit me when we had an argument and I told you don't come, and then you showed up anyway?
It's a struggle. I know it's a struggle.
I really, really hope even more that that video that Gypsy posted online did not get to him, because that's exactly what she intended for it to do. And it just shows you what she's been doing to him all along, what she does to all of them.
One of her friends has alleged that you got into Gypsy's face and you screamed at her. In your assessment, were you ever overly aggressive or physically threatening to her?
No, I've never physically threatened Gypsy at all. And she knows that. She's even said that. She's not afraid of me, and there's no reason to be.
Where would that come from?
I'm sure it was during our disagreement. You know, I mean, Gypsy said some hurtful things, and I did get angry. I got upset, you know. It's hard to hear stuff like when you're going through something and she tells you something, you know, it's hard to hear. So as far as, you know, me in her face screaming, if that's what she gathered from that, I hate that.
And it's easy for all of us to see it on the outside, but when you're experiencing something like that, you know, firsthand, it's not as easy to see.
It's hard to do, but you can do it.
Oh, I went from 19 to 32. Jeez, God, I got old so quick. How did that happen?
You never went to school either.
She doesn't care about any of them. She cares about using them to get what she wants.
When we reconnected, I was like, let's get matching husky tattoos. This was my idea. I'm like, let's do it. I'm like, this feels right. This feels good.
The matching tattoos broke my heart. It was like, did I mean anything? Did I mean anything?
I hope his eyes are open to what is happening. Gypsy is not ever going to let him go, because that's not how it works. So specifically whenever you're dating a sociopath, which male and female, they're similar, but they have different tendencies and different ways of going about things. But there's like stages of the relationship and like patterns. So stage 1 would be idealization, is the initial stage where the sociopath will demonstrate a flawless personality. They'll create a scenario so their partner will feel unique and cherished. In this stage, you will find excessive love bombing, public displays of affection beyond your expectations. Stage 2 is devaluation. So the second stage, in which you will find the sociopath taking steps towards criticizing the partner. So what she did to Ryan as well whenever they first got together, every little thing was annoying. It's a step where the partner's self-worth is reduced. So that dependence on the sociopath increases. So we saw that with Ryan. We saw where she started bringing up Ken a little bit more and more. And that made Ryan start to kind of go into a panic a little bit. Like, you know, is there something I need to worry about? And she'd be like, no, you know, but, oh, I miss Ken at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm texting Mia.
I saw that address. What's she want?
For what? There's no address.
Scroll back down.
That's for the free stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw that. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's for the free stuff.
That's why I was like, who you texting? There been any thoughts to reach out?
For what?
To, you know, has there been any desire from you to reach out to what's his face?
You can say what's his face's name.
To Ken?
No.
No desire whatsoever?
No, we're good.
Okay. That's what I just wanted to know. Like, I believe it. Situation's done, right?
Situation's done.
By subtle criticisms, humiliation, and daily tasks, mild mental anguish to the victim partner. It's the beginning of the sociopath relationship stages of controlling the partner.
Places you can shop. There's restaurants. Mm-hmm. There's the aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
The guy house would have been awesome.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been an experience.
Mm-hmm.
We should have done it.
No, we weren't ready.
Well,
Too
just,
much fun.
no, we're just
Right.
talking.
You're like, oh my god.
No, we're just talking.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Careful with her. She's feisty today.
That was
Hey.
great.
Dang, I didn't see.
That's nice. I
Thank
think
you.
Be right back.
I think tonight I'm just in a mood.
Stage 3 is the manipulation. So with the sociopath having success at lowering the partner's morale, they work towards manipulating their partner in this stage. They will exert complete control over their partner's actions. The typical behavior here includes lying, gaslighting, and distortion of facts. All of these will make the partner into a mode of self-doubt. These little seeds that they are planting of self-doubt are usually planted without the partner even being aware of it.
What's up? How's your day going?
Ryan called me. He's like, guess what I found out today? I said, what? Yes, you've been talking that much since late February. I'm like,
Wow.
oh.
Wow.
I'm like, and then I'm like, so are you going to subpoena my text messages? He's like, yep. Oh my god, he's blowing my freaking up again.
This is why you just need to block him, honestly. Like,
Stage 4 is isolation. So during this point, the sociopath, aka that would be Gypsy in this scenario, deliberately severs the partner's connections with their support network. Slowly but surely, the partner's family, friends, and loved ones are driven away, leaving entirely dependent on the sociopath for emotional support and affirmation. This isolation phase effectively severs the partner's vulnerability while simultaneously granting the sociopath continued power over the abusive relationship.
Baby, so next weekend you plan on going to Cutoff, huh?
Mm-hmm. Either my dad or Christy's gonna come pick me up.
Yeah, the trip I'm not invited to. Yeah, the trip that I got told, nope, you can't go.
Well, you remember how we had went to cut off and saw everybody, the family and all that?
Yeah, they didn't like me? Okay, perfect.
They consummated our marriage and everything, you know.
Point. But even when you told him, I'm not sexually attracted to you, I think of you like
a cuddle buddy.
And you still
married me.
no. If I would have told that to your dad, that would have been later.
I think a lot of people would be.
I mean, it is what it is.
You think he had grounds for an adultery? I said, Ryan, you'd have to catch me in the act of having sex with Ken or another man.
Right.
I said, if you want to get educated on what adultery is,
It's a lawyer.
get a lawyer, because I'm like, you can't get me on adultery for feelings. Feelings doesn't hold up in court.
Stage 5, exploitation. It's highly noticeable when you're in a relationship with a sociopath because they will use their partner's weaknesses and emotions to their benefit by manipulating them. So they will create a sense of guilt and regret in the victim's mind, exploit finances, be unfaithful, or even kick in situations of emotional blackmail for their advantage. Exploitation, the sociopath can gain in some form, either financially or in a social position at their partner's expense.
People have the
Delete
upper
that.
hand.
Delete those videos.
That's not good enough.
Baby, that is revenue. Does he know that?
I don't care.
I know, but did you tell him that?
I don't care.
I get it. Then delete it.
If all you care about is
don't.
money.
I don't. Delete it then.
Stage 6 is discard. As the relationship with the sociopath advances, the victim may be left feeling neglected or ignored abruptly, leading to bewilderment and self-doubt. The unexpected reaction becomes traumatic. Having to endure devaluation and manipulation, the sociopath will use this ability to discard as a power move in order to keep their victim off balance, never knowing when they're going to leave or when they're going to do something. It'll keep them on edge all of the time, waiting for them to do something to them. And this is a way that a sociopath remains in charge.
Go to school. I don't realize it's her at first because she must have changed her number. And then she continues to call me throughout the day. Finally, she texts my mother
And then my mother tells me what she texted, and I read one where it said, I would love to have a one-on-one with you on the day of our divorce after court. Okay, you've had all this time to meet with me. You've had all this. Why would I give her that day?
Says that the tactic not only reinforces the sociopath's control, but also leaves the victim questioning their worth and reality. The victim must recognize that this behavior is of a manipulative pattern and seek support to regain their sense of self.
I shut down, right? Okay, how about you quit talking about me? It's been 3 fucking months since I texted you, and you're spiraling out of control. So just remember, just as much dirt as you have on me, I have on you, honey. You punch at me, I punch back 10 times harder.
So then stage 7 is hovering. The last among the sociopathic relationship stages is the restart of the relationship so that they can take control.
Listen, baby, I know I was a bad girl, but come on. You'd have to be crazy not to take me back.
Mia says she doesn't think it's a good idea. Mom doesn't have an opinion, for real. A part of me is like, I feel like I owe him that. I have apologized on the phone. But since then, like that was back in July, like right before court. What I don't want is for him to hold this heartbreak that there was no closure. Because when Ken left me, I didn't have closure.
After having discarded and thrown the victim overboard, emotionally, the sociopath employs deception to satisfy the false yearning for a brighter future, to maintain the abusive pattern that they have established. This strategy aims to retain the abuser's influence over the victim. And then it starts over. What pretty much Gypsy is doing over Ryan. Showed him how much she loved him, then she's putting him through these tests, as she said to her, like season 1 or whatever of Gypsy Rose's life after lockup. She's doing all of these things in order to break you down because that is how they act. That is the way they move, and it's not something that's going to change.
You're just different. Do you miss me today?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I want to get my hair done again.
Oh, baby, that's real blonde.
You ain't gonna be my wife anymore. Like,
I
who
am
are
going to
you?
be your wife.
Who
I'm
are
just
you
going to
be?
look super hot.
You're already there.
You might feel that way, but I want to feel that way.
I just hope it doesn't change your looks up too much.
Oh, it changes a lot.
And it's going to happen with Ken as well. She's going to do the same thing. She's going to deploy the same tactics that she did to Ryan. Yeah, sure, they'll be a little bit different because by that point, she will know exactly Ken's weaknesses and where to hurt him.
Ryan feels like Ken is possibly a threat, but I love Ryan and I want to work on our marriage, even if it means that we have some things that we need to work through with trust. I understand that.
You know, now that she's happily married, now he's trying to come back and try to weasel his way in. It's like my guard's up, you know, but at the same time, it's like, she's never gonna want it. I feel like it. I don't think she's gonna do that to me.
So whenever I reached out to you, when I was 2 weeks postpartum, and I didn't know how to handle my emotions, I just had a baby, my whole life changed. My literal whole life changed in an instant. And I don't regret having Aurora. I don't. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. But I leaned on you. I leaned on you because I trust you. That is not something a lot of people I can say about. When I felt distant from Ken during those first few weeks postpartum, I vented to you. I told you everything that was on my heart and in my head. And I thought that that was going to stay between us. Did I tell Ken? Eventually I did. But I never aimed to hurt you.
But now there's a child involved, so that would probably become a little bit easier in order to manipulate the child against Ken. But I really sincerely hope that Ryan is, you know, he's had enough time away from Gypsy to really see who she is and what she is doing to him, because it is not okay.